Hello everyone, welcome. My name is Sir Sed, and for this video we're going to discuss one of the topics in grade 8 mathematics, and that is linear equation in two variable. Okay? So yeah, two variables. Now this is actually a continuation of one of my video that is rectangular coordinate system. So makikita mo siya around here. So better check that out before checking out this video para at least yung transition ng mga information is smooth. Okay? Mas madali yung maintindihan yung mga topics. Now, proceed tayo dito sa linear equation. Ano nga ba yung tinatawag nating linear equation? So, yung linear equation takes the form of ax plus by equals c. Wherein, yung a natin dyan, yung b, and c are all real numbers. Okay? Pag sinabi natin real numbers, they are, let's say, integers. May it be positive integers or negative integers. Yan yung value ng a, b, and c. And yung x and y natin dyan are variables. Okay? That means they will stay as letters. Okay? Mga letters lang yan. Pero yung a, b, and c natin dyan are mga numbers represented by letters. Right? So yan. Yan yung tinatawag nating yan yung standard form of equation ng linear equation. Okay? Now, the next concept that I would like to discuss is what you call the slope. So, let's talk about the slope. Ano nga bang ibig sabihin ng slope? So, pag sinabi nating slope, that is the solution of a linear equation form a straight line when graph. Okay, just take note of that one. When we put a linear equation on the Cartesian plane, it forms a straight line. Okay? This solution have ratio of change. So, pag sinabi nating slope, yan yung ratio of change. Anong klaseng ratio? Ratio in change in y over the change in x is called the slope. So makikita nyo dyan, slope is equal to change in y over change in x, or that is rise over run. Okay? So again, when we talk about the slope, that is represented by m. Okay? M stands for the slope. M is rise or the change in y over run. Okay? Or the change in x. Now, that would be, meron tayong formula na sinusunod dito, that is y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. Therefore, if we're trying to look for the slope, we need 2 points. Okay? Kinakailangan natin ng 2 points para mahanap natin yung slope in this formula. Now, let's have an example of sample problem for this one. So let's say you are asked to find for the slope of the line that passes through 1, negative 2, 3, negative 5. So what is the slope? That would be equal to, yung given natin is 1, negative 2, okay? And 3, negative 5. Now, those are the 2 points. Find the slope of the line daw that connects these 2 points. So let's say, for example, we put that on our Cartesian plane. Okay, if we're going to put that in our Cartesian plane, yung 1, negative 2 is 1, then negative 2, 1, 2, it's right here. Okay? Then yung 3, negative 5 is, right, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, negative 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, it's around here. Okay, then we connect that line, or that 2 points. Okay, so yung slope, okay, find the value of the slope daw. Okay, yan yung ratio ng change in y and change of x. Okay, ratio of change in y over change in x, or rise over run. Nakuha? Yan yung hinahanap natin. Yan yung tinatawag nating slope. Now, based on a formula, diba, students? Based on the formula, we have y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. Now, take note na yung always kasama, take note of our ordered pair. Pag sinabi nating ordered pair, that is x, y, right? Therefore, x yung mauna, y yung kasunod. In this case, ano yung x? 1 or negative 2? That is 1, right? Y yung negative 2. However, we have here x sub 2 and x sub 1. Take note na palaging nagsasama is x sub 1 tsaka y sub 1. And then, x sub 2, then y sub 2. Okay? Yan yung mga pairings natin. Now, let's say for example, since hindi natin alam or hindi naka-emphasize kung saan yung x sub 1 or x sub 2 dyan, let's say this ordered pair is our x sub 1 and x sub 2. Okay? Sorry, that's not x sub 2. Y sub 1 and x sub 1 and y sub 1. And this pair is our x sub 2 and y sub 2. Okay? So therefore, our given this time is yung x sub 1 is 1, y sub 1 is 2, negative 2. X sub 2 is 3, y sub 2 is negative 5. Then substitute it to our formula. Yung formula natin is m equals y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. Right? So all we have to do is substitute. Ano yung y sub 2? Y sub 2 is negative 5. So that would be negative 5 minus, okay? Ano yung y sub 1? Y sub 1 is negative 2. So negative 2. Okay? That would be over yung x sub 2 natin is 3. So that would be 3. Right? X sub 2 is 3 minus x sub 1 na 1. There you have it. Minus 1. So the final answer is negative 5 minus negative 2. That is negative 3. Okay? Over 3 minus 1 is 2, or that is equal to negative 3 halves. This is our slope. That is the value of our slope. Okay? Now, if we're going to apply yung rise over run, okay? Pag sinabi nating rise, di ba, papunta sa taas, okay? That means from this point, ano yung rise natin dito? That is 3, right? Yung rise natin dito is 3. Yung run natin dyan is 2, okay? Now, that means, yung rise from this point dito sa baba, we have to rise 3 units. So let's say that is, from this point, we have 1, 2, 3. Okay? So there you have it, 3. Then we have to run 2. Saan papunta? Right or left? Since negative tayo, that is left. Okay? Kung positive dito, that is right. Take note of that one. So since negative left, so 2 units from this point, that would be 1, 2. So therefore, our slope is negative 3 halves. Nakuha? So that's what you mean by the slope. Let's have another problem for this one. Another example, students, is find the slope of the line that passes through, okay, that passes through negative 2, negative 3, and 3, 4. Okay? So that would be, given natin is negative 2, negative 3. So let's say erase this one. Okay, let's say yung x sub 1, y sub 1 natin is negative 2, negative 3. Okay? Then yung x sub 2, y sub 2 natin is 3, 4. Nakuha? So find for the slope. How to do this one? Again, using the formula, just substitute. What is our y sub 2? Y sub 2 is positive 4. Minus, kasi nga minus tayo. Then y sub 1 is negative 3. That would be negative 3. Okay, just follow the formula. That is all over x sub 2 na 3. So that is 3 minus x sub 1 na negative 2. So that is negative 2. Okay? Now, students, there are so many ways on how to solve this one. I'm going to solve this in my own way. Okay, just listen. So, since minus tayo, minus, if we're going to follow the rule, pwede rin. So, yung rule natin dito is negative times negative. You just have to multiply the sign. Negative times negative, magiging 4. Copy lang yung muna 4. Negative negative is positive 3. Okay? That's all over 3. Tapos yung minus as negative, negative times negative, magiging positive, copy yung number. So therefore, mas madali, right? So 4 plus 3 is equal to 7 over 3 plus 2 equals 5. Pwede pa bang masimplify? No, hindi na pwede masimplify. Therefore, this is our slope. Okay? By graph, let's see if it's correct or not. By graph, that is negative 2, 1, 2, negative 3, 1, 2, 3. So it's right there, right? 3, 4. That is 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, sorry, 1, 2, 3. Then 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? So 3, 4. Right there. Okay. So if we're going to connect the 2 points, right? So there is the connection, straight line. Okay, kasi linear tayo. Find the slope. Yung slope natin dyan is yan. Okay? That is the slope. So that would be 7 na rise. Again, this is rise over run. That means we have to rise 7 units. So from this point, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right? And that would be run 5 units. Saan? Right or left? This time positive. So that is right. Okay? So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there you have it. Rise over run, 7 over 5. Okay? Let's proceed with the last example in the slope. Last example natin is, let me change my screen. Last example is find the slope of the line that passes through, okay, 1, 2, and 1, 4. This time, yung given natin is 1, 2, and 1, 4. So balik tayo sa board. That would be, again, let's say this is 1, 2, then that is 1, 4. Okay? Now, in this case, that is, yung slope natin is m. So again, substitute lang to the formula. That would be equal to y sub 2 na 4 minus y sub 1 na 2. That is all over x sub 2 na 1 minus 1. Kasi yung x sub 1 is 1 din. Right? So that would be 2 over 0. And this is undefined. Okay? This is undefined. Hindi natin masosolve yung slope natin. If you're going to put this into calculator, that is syntax error. Right? So, bali, if you're going to graph that, okay? So, that is 1, 4. So, 1, 2, 3, or 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's right here. Then, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. It's right here. Then, if we're going to connect the two lines, may change ba in x, in y, mayroon bang ratio in y? Mayroon bang change in ratio in y and change in ratio in x? Okay, so there's none. Okay? Walang slope dyan. So therefore undefined. Okay? That's what you mean by the slope. Let's proceed with the next one. The next one actually focuses or balik tayo doon sa topic na standard form. Okay? So let me erase this one. So, yan yung slope na tinatawag natin, students. Okay? Later, i-apply natin yan sa graphing natin. Okay? Now, this time, what we're going to do is balik tayo sa form ng linear equation. Yung form ng linear equation natin is ax plus by equals c. Okay? Now, the first, another form for linear equation actually is what you call the slope intercept form. Okay? Ano yung tinatawag nating slope intercept form? It takes the form of y equals mx plus b. Okay? Y equals mx plus b. Wherein yung m there is the slope. Yung b there is our y intercept. Later, i-discuss ko kung ano yung mga intercept natin. Pero let's focus on the slope intercept form muna. Okay? So what we're going to do here is what if we are given standard form of equation, then you are asked to convert that into slope intercept form and vice versa. Okay, how are we going to do that one? Let's have an example problem for that. So let's say we have change the following linear equation into slope intercept form. Number 1 is x plus y equals 8. Okay? So x plus y equals 8. Yan yung number 1 problem natin. So again, so that would be x plus y equals 8. So as what you can see, this is in standard form. You are asked to change this into slope intercept form, and that is y equals mx plus b. Okay? So how to change the form, the standard form to slope intercept form? All we have to do, first step is make sure na yung y, okay? Y na variable lang yung matitira sa left side. Kasi nga sa ating form dito, y lang yung natira. So in this case, dapat y lang yung matitira. Anong gagawin sa x? Transpose to the other side. So matitira is y equals transpose x to the other side from positive. Okay? Take note, once we transpose, okay, we change the sign from positive magiging negative x, then plus 8. Okay? Now, is it Is it in the slope intercept form na ba or hindi pa? Yes, it is na because y na lang yung natira sa kabila. So this is the slope intercept form. Now, given this form, what is the slope? And what is the y-intercept? Okay? Ano yung slope natin, tsaka ano yung y-intercept natin? Tandaan nyo lang yung pattern na yung slope natin is yung katabi ng x. Ano yung katabi ng x dito? That is m. Ano yung katabi ng x dito? That is negative. Ano yung coefficient ng x? That is automatic 1. Kung walang nakalagay, that is understood as 1. So therefore, yung slope natin is negative 1. Okay? Katabi ng x dito is negative 1. Ano yung b natin? b is positive 8. So there you have it. That's how we convert standard to slope intercept form. Okay? Let's go back to another example. Another example there is 2x minus 3y equals 6. So let's try to convert that one. So again, 2x minus 3y, 2x minus 3y equals 6. Okay? So that would be, okay, so 2x minus 3y equals 6. Convert this into slope-intercept form. How are we going to do that? Again, yung first step is dapat y lang yung matira sa left side. Anong gagawin sa 2x? Transpose to the other side. So yung y is negative 3y, so that is negative 3y. Okay? And that would be equal to, yung positive 2x transpose to the other side, magiging negative 2x. Okay, from positive to negative. Then 6 is positive, so plus 6. Okay? Now, are we in the slope-intercept form na ba? No, not yet. Okay? So, dapat y lang yung matira dito. So, we have to divide all terms by negative 3. Sir, bakit negative 3? Para makancel yung negative 3, yung matitira is y. Kasi yun yung target natin. Okay? So that would be equal to negative divide negative is positive. So that is 2/3 or positive 2/3 x. Okay? And positive divide negative is negative. So that is negative 2. Kasi 6 divide 3 is 2. So negative 2. So this will be our slope intercept form. What if you are asked to find for the slope and find for the y-intercept? Given this equation, what is our slope? Slope is katabi ng x, that is m. Katabi ng x is 2/3, therefore m equals 2/3. Okay? B is equal to the constant here, so that is plus b. So here, follow natin yung sign that is negative 2. These are our given. Okay? So let's proceed with the last example there. Last example is what you call 5x plus 2y equals 4. So let's have 5x plus 2y equals 4. Okay, so that is 5x plus 2y equals 4. Okay, so in this case, how are we going to do this one? That would be same process, right? Same process lang, and that is yung 5, or dapat yung y or 2y lang yung matira dyan, that is 2y equals, anong gagawin sa 5x? Transpose, so that is negative 5x plus 4. Okay, kasi plus 4. Then of course, dapat y lang yung matira, divide all terms by positive 2. Okay, bakit positive 2? Cancel, cancel. Remaining variable is y, that is equal to negative, kasi negative divide positive is negative 5 halves x, plus 4 divide 2 is 2, so that is our final answer. What is the slope and what is the b-intercept? Slope is negative 5 halves, so that is negative 5 halves. Okay? Then b, or the y-intercept, is positive 2, so that is our final answer. Okay? Next, let's proceed with how about i-reverse natin yung process. Okay? Convert, for example, given naman is y or slope intercept form, convert it in our standard form. What if yan naman yung question? So let's have an example for this one. Okay? So let's have Okay, let's say for example, we have y equals negative 2x plus 3. Convert this into standard form. That would be, all we have to do is, as what you can see, yung sa standard form, yung x and y is nasa left side. That means yung x tsaka y dapat nasa left side. Anong gagawin sa negative 2/3? Transpose to the left side. So from negative, magiging positive 2x. Okay? Then, plus, kasi positive yung y, so plus y. That is equal to, yung matitira na constant, 3. Okay? This time, yung a is 2, y is 1, a would be equal to 2. Yung katabi ng x is a, so 2. Yung katabi ng y here is b, that is 1. Yung c is our constant, so c equals to 3. Okay? That is how you convert slope-intercept to standard form. Now, let's proceed with another example. Let's say, for example, we have negative 1/2 x plus 3. Okay, negative 1/2 x plus 3. How are we going to convert that one? Since may fraction na nga tayo. Same step. So that would be transpose negative 1/2 x to the left side. So that would be magiging positive 1/2 x plus, right, y equals 3. Okay? Now, question, is this the final answer? No, not yet. Tandaan nyo na sa ating standard form, ax plus by plus equals c. So therefore, ang a, b, and c are all real numbers or integers. That means it could be positive and negative integers. Okay? So what are we going to do with 1/2? Multiply all terms by kung ano yung denominator. So that would be 2. Okay? Para ma-cancel out ang 2. So that would be 2 times 1/2 is 1 times x, yung matitira is x. Okay? Again, all of the terms should be multiplied by the 2. So 2 times y is positive 2y. 2 times 3 is equal to positive 6. So that is our standard form. Okay? Last example for this process. Let's have another one. Let's say we have y equals 2/3 x plus 4. No, sorry. 2/3 x plus 4 over 5. Now, in this case, how are we going to solve this one? Same step. First process is 2/3 x transposed to the right side or to the left side. So that would be negative 2/3 x plus y, kasi positive ang y, equals to 4 over 5. Now, sir, dalawang terms na yung may fraction and different denominator. What are we going to do? The steps that you need to take here is find first for what you called LCD or LCM nung denominator natin. Ano yung LCM ng 3 tsaka 5? That is 15. Nakuha? So that is 15. So all we have to do is multiply all terms by the LCM. Ano yung LCM? 15. Okay? So 15, sorry, step pa rin, another step para pala is dapat as much as possible yung first term natin or yung x is positive. So since negative dito, dapat negative 15. Okay? Kasi para mag-negative times negative, maging positive yung x. Kuha? So negative 15 times negative 2/3, negative 15 divide 3 is 5, times 2 is 10. Negative times negative is positive, so matitira is 10x. Okay? Then that is plus, or sorry, that is not plus. Negative times positive is negative 15y. Okay? Negative times positive is equal to negative 15 divide 5 is 3 times 4 is 12. So that is 12. And there you have it. That is our final answer. Again, negative tayo dito kasi binimake sure lang natin na yung x natin is positive. Okay? So, dapat positive yung first term natin. So, yeah, that is para maging positive, multiply by negative. So, yan yung reason bakit negative siya. Okay? So, that is how you convert standard to slope-intercept and slope-intercept to standard form. This time, let's graph linear equation. Okay? So, graphing linear equation in two variables. Tandaan nyo lang na when we graph, sabi kanina sa definition ng slope, when we graph a linear equation using two variables, okay, in two variables, ano yung magiging itsura ng graph? That is a straight line. Okay? So, makuha natin yung straight line. So, let's say, let's see on how to do that one. So, let's say, first process is by using 2 points. Okay? We have to graph y equals 2x plus 3 when x equals 2 and x equals negative 1. So, ang question is, ano yung magiging itsura ng y equals 2x plus 3. So, given is y equals 2x plus 3. Kumbaga, yung point is what if you are asked to put this on our Cartesian plane? How to do that one? Okay? How will you put that in our Cartesian plane? Kasi nga, wala naman tayong given na points. Pero, meron tayong given kanina na if x equals negative 2 or positive 2 and x equals negative 1. Okay? Put y equals 2x plus 3 here. So how are we going to do that one? First is we need to solve this in a separate way. Okay? First is let's focus on x equals to 2 or positive 2. So what are we going to do? Substitute natin yung x natin dito sa equation. Ito yung x. So since x equals to 2, yung x na to is magiging 2. That would be y equals 2. Okay? So this is if x equals to 2 times yung x natin na x equals 2. So magiging 2. Okay? And that is plus 3. Copy lang. That would be y equals 2 times 2 is 4 plus 3. Y equals 4 plus 3 is 7. So therefore, that is 7. However, we are looking for, or we are going to apply this in our Cartesian plane. That means if x is equal to 2, y equals to 7. In ordered pair, that is 2, kasi x yung 2, then 7. Right? Take note of that one. Next is if yung x equals to negative 1. Same equation. Y equals to 2 times yung x. This time, yung x is negative 1. So, negative 1 plus 3. Okay? So, that would be equal to 2 times negative 1 is negative 2 plus 3. Okay? So, therefore, y equals negative 2 plus 3 is positive 1. Kuha? So, therefore, yung Cartesian or yung point natin or ordered pair is x na negative 1 then y 1. Okay? So, these are the 2 points given na. Then, we can now put y equals to x plus 3 sa Cartesian plane. 2, 7, that is 1, 2. 7 na y, positive. So, sa taas, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, it's right there. Okay? Yan yung point. Another is yung another point, negative 1, 1. So, negative 1, then 1, it's right here. Okay? So, bale, what we're going to do is connect the 2 points. So, if we're going to connect the 2 points, okay, so that one. Just assume that it is a straight line. Okay? So, ito yung magiging itsura ng y equals to 2x plus 3. Kuha? So, that's how you solve or that's how you graph linear equation in two variables. First given is 2 points. Okay? Next is we have another way on how to graph a linear equation. And that is, another way is using x and y intercept. Ano nga bang ibig sabihin ng x and y intercept? So yung x-intercept is the point where the graph and the x-axis intersect. The y-intercept naman is the point where the graph and the y-axis intersect. So let me explain that one here. So let me erase this muna. Okay, pag sinabi nating x-intercept and y-intercept students, so let's say for example, we have a Cartesian plane. And meron tayong 1, 2, 3, 4, let's say there. And 1, 2, 3, 4, let's say there. Okay? So, if we're going to connect, or let's say now, let's change the given para mas madali. Okay, 4, 5. Let's say yung y is nandyan. Okay, if we're going to connect the line, yung graph natin is a straight line. pag sinabi nating x-intercept, yan yung point wherein nagmi-meet yung graph natin tsaka yung x-intercept. In that case, nasa point 4. Okay? Nandyan sa 4th units. So that would be x-intercept would be equal to 4. Right? Kasi yan yung intercept na tinatawag natin, the intersection of the graph and the x-axis. Another, how about y-intercept? So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Dito tumatama yung graph tsaka y-axis. So therefore, y-intercept is equal to 5. Yan yung ibig sabihin ng x and y-intercept natin. Okay? Now, let us use this by, or let's have an example for this one. Balik tayo doon sa Word. So this will be the example. Okay. Graph 3x minus 2y equals 6 using x and y intercept. So that would be ano yan? That would be 3x minus 2y. So 3x minus 2y equals 6 using x and y intercept. Okay? Pakitandaan nyo lang na pag tumatama o kanina, okay, di ba? Let's say this is 4. Okay, pag tumatama dito yung point, yung plane natin or yung ordered pair natin is 4, 0. Okay? Pag tumatama dito kanina 5, okay? That is 5, sorry, that should be 0, 5. Okay? Anong punto ko dyan? If we're looking for the y-intercept, we let x equals to 0. Okay? If we're looking for the x-intercept, we let y equals to 0. Diba? So let's say for example, we are looking first for the x-intercept. Okay? Ito muna yung hanapin natin. So that is x-intercept. So what would be the equation natin or solution natin? Again, we are looking for x-intercept, therefore we should make y equals to 0. Then substitute it to our equation. So that would be 3x minus 2 times yung y natin na 0 equals 6. Okay? So that would be 3x, 2 times 0 is 0 na, so no need to write, that is equal to 6. Right? Dapat x lang yung matira, so therefore divide both side by 3. Bakit 3? Para makancel yung 3, cancel yung 3. Matitira is x equals 6 divide 3 is 2. So therefore, x equals to 2. Ano yung ordered pair natin? Yung x is 2, yung y is 0. So just take note of that one. Okay? Let's say for example, we are now looking for the y-intercept. Okay? How about if we're looking for the y-intercept? Since this time, y-intercept naman yung hinahanap natin, we should make x equal to 0 or let x equal to 0. Okay? Para ma-solve natin yung y. So that would be 3 times x na 0 minus 2y equals to 6. Okay? So 3 times 0 is 0. No need to write. Matitira is negative 2y equals 6. Then divide both side by negative 2. Again, bakit negative 2? Para makancel yung negative 2. Yung matitira is y. And that would be positive divide negative is negative. Negative 6 divide 3, 6 divide 2 is 3. So therefore, y equals to negative 3. Ano yung point natin or ordered pair? That is 0, negative 3. Okay? So we now have 2 points. 2 and 2, 0 and 0, negative 3. We can now graph that one. So if we're going to graph that in a Cartesian plane, so that would be, okay, that would be 2, 0, 1, 2, 0, okay? Then 0, negative 3, 0, negative 3. It's right there. Then connect the 2 points. Yan yung magiging itsura ng 3x or 3x minus 2y equals 6. Okay? That is we use that if we use the x and y intercept. Kuha? Next is let's proceed with another example, or I think this is the last way on how to do this one. That is slope and a point, right? Slope and a point. What if given yung isang slope and meron tayong point? Okay, so that would be, let me do this one. So let's have here a sample problem. Sample problem is graph the linear equation that passes through negative 1, 1 with slope of 3/4. Okay? So negative 1, 1 and slope of 3/4. So that would be, again, list down lang natin yung given. So yung point natin daw is negative 1, 1. Okay? And then yung slope is 3/4. And then yung slope is equal to 3/4. How to graph this one? So put that in our Cartesian plane. Let's point out negative 1, 1. So negative 1, 1, it's right there. Okay? And then, yung slope natin na 3/4. Remember, na so slope natin that is good as rise over run. Right? That's why I want you to in-emphasize ko kanina yung rise over run. That means how many units we should go rise. Pag sabing rise, papunta sa taas. So from this point, rise would be equal to 3. So turn up, papunta sa taas, 3 units. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, so right there. Diba? So yung slope natin or line natin is right there na. Then run 4 units. Okay? We have to run 4 units. Saan? Right or left? Ano yung sign ng slope natin? Positive or negative? Positive. Therefore, we should run to right. Kasi nga positive. So from this point, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's right there. Okay? Then we can now connect the graph. And that is yung magiging phase ng line natin sa Cartesian plane. Okay? So that is it for this video, everyone. Thank you. I hope you learned something. Follow for more or subscribe to my channel. Bye.